who's this Oliver Anthony guy and what is he and where does he work and who did he vote
Nice.
for and what's his family like and yada. The way I sing is just the way I sing. And so, like, I think even the same way with her and other people, it's like, it's maybe rough around the edges. It could be a little pitchy, or it's, you know, you're not using the right part of your face when you project and whatever. And so, like, on paper, things aren't quite right. But I guess to another human, it's like, it sounds right. Cause it is what it is, you know?
Exactly. It is what it is. The idea, like, think about with AI and animation and stuff. They talk about the uncanny valley, that, like, or with video game graphics, how they keep getting better and better and better and better, but there's always a difference. Like, sure, if you're somebody's playing Madden on PS5 and you just look real quick, you're not going to be able to tell the difference of whether it's a real game or whether it's a video game. But if you're playing, you can tell that it's a little bit off. Like the shadows are not quite right, and whatever it is, and you may not even recognize that it's the shadows, but you know that it's not real. And so the same thing happens, in movies when we have the CGI effects, and then in music when it's overproduced and it sounds squeaky clean. Yes, every note is exactly in the right place and the timing is perfect, but there's a little something missing. There's a little something missing that makes it human.
No,
it's authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any right way to do anything. I mean, there's
definitely a right way to do things, but just because there is a steadfast way to do things. I always talk about, when it comes to creativity, there's two different types of creativity. You have the type of creativity where you're drawing with inside the lines, but you're doing that in a way that nobody's ever done it before. So if you're using, let's say, a very basic chord structure or a simple melody or something like that, something that's going to be what the four chords over and over and over and over and over again. That's within the lines. But as Oliver Anthony did, he did it in a way that just resonated with people differently. He didn't, go crazy outside the box. But that's the other type of creativity, is when the lines are here and you're all over the place and you make it work going outside the lines. And so it's two different types of creativity, but that's always how I've thought about it. And there's a great respect for both different types, but they are very, 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 very different, especially in music. It can get wild, like some avant-garde stuff that's just straight up noise. It's outside of the box. And maybe to me personally, maybe to my ears, maybe to your ears, we're not enjoying it, but there is talent behind what's going on. The difference is with the other type of creativity, it's usually more palatable. But because you're trying to make something palatable, because you're trying to make something that, again, fits within the lines, within people's natural understanding of what music is, what a song is, what a movie is, whatever, then by doing it differently in such a relatable and familiar way, it's very easy for people to enjoy it.
It's like you see it in everything. There's a person who violates the
2 more likes, guys. Come on, please. Just 2 more likes. Thank you so much.
rules, and they're the best at it.
and then the rules almost morph into whatever that is. Like, it's funny, like with music. Yeah, music has.
That's true. The thing that's crazy outside of the lines, when it works, that creates a new part of considered what's inside the lines. When you do something like I can't think of an example, but let's just say, I'm a drummer. So let's talk about, using, I'm a metal kid. So let's talk about blast beats, where you just do, you're just on one cymbal and the snare drum, and you're just, and it's just very aggressive and whatever. That was, not really the way that you're supposed to play drums. You're supposed to hold the melody or hold the rhythm with the cymbal and, on the 2 and the 4 and that kind of stuff. Then just doing it outside of the box is like, whoa, this is brand new. But then it becomes, now, okay, this is a thing to do. Same thing happens in sports, where, the first time anybody did an alley-oop, that was way outside of the box of how anybody had played basketball before. But now that's part of the game. Hey, shout out to Guam Tech. Welcome to the party. And thank you for the like. Much appreciated. Welcome to the party. Says, I'm honestly not a fan of the blast beats. I think it went too far, but if used properly, it can be a good accent. to a song. It could give you a nice little, but you know, when it's the whole song, yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I don't think we're gonna get that from Oliver Anthony though, but let's see.
Country in particular, but music in general has gotten way too wrapped up in like this algorithm of how many beats per minute it needs to have and how many verses and how they need to be layered. And it's like they've almost created this sort of like industry standard, like OSHA rule book of how music needs to be performed. And so like you can only do that so many thousands of times before people.
I mean, it's just that's why they use the word formulaic, because it's like there's a formula. You do this verse in this key and that sound. And there was what was it? There was a lot of songs in the, I want to say early 2010s that had like a ooh type of thing, or yeah, or something like that. And you would hear in all the different radio tracks, they would all have something along those lines because it was something that they found people like, and you add it into the formula.
People are like, okay, what else is there? You know?
Well, people like that too. That's the thing. There's a lot of damn people. There's a lot of people. The problem, I think, with a lot of people is they want you to like what they like. And if you don't like what they like, what you like sucks. It's
what? You don't like blast beats, Guamtech? You're a loser.
It's funny like that, man. We're so tribal. We are tribal with our cell phones. You know, we're an Android or PC. You know,
we're all about brands.
Android all day. Let's go.
Together. It's like we're so weird. We're so weird. But we're like that with our musical taste. We're like that with our cultural sensitivities, or our cultural sensibilities, rather. Like
yeah, exactly. That's something like that. I don't remember exactly what it is. Let's see if we can find something real quick on this. The millennial. Ooh, okay, maybe this is it. Let's see. All right. Well, I don't have anything on it. I can't find anything right, but all of these songs have something like that. And obviously, we can't listen to any music, but you guys get the point. But yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. When they find something that fits, then they add it to the formula, and then what once was creative and unique and authentic now becomes formulaic and boxy, and it doesn't have that edge, which I guess would be the opposite of boxy, but you know what I mean.
The way we feel about life and how life should be, we want everybody to kind of think along the ways that we think. It's very strange. And when a person like yourself gets labeled a right-wing, left-wing fanatic, like right out of the gate,
both in like a week and a half, then yeah, at least I know I'm doing something right. Like, to me,
facts. The only way I know that I'm doing things right is the Christians hate me and the liberals hate me. So I know I'm doing something right.
Yeah, they're looking for your Biden campaign contributions now. They're going through your fucking taxes. The whole thing is so bonkers, man. Like, can't they just accept that you made a great song and people enjoy it?
Yeah.
Why did?
No, they can't. Because everything is tribal, and everything has been claimed. What is going on here? Everything has been claimed by one side or the other of the culture war, and that's kind of what I meant when I said that he doesn't really realize that he's part of the culture war just by existing, just by making that song. By default, you have these opinions, and whatever those opinions are, if you do anything to back those up, which is a good thing, you're staking your spot on, right or left of center, and there is no such thing as center anymore. It's just the right and the left. It's the good and the bad. It's whichever one you think you're on is the good, obviously.
Does it why do people have to attack?
Well, I think it's just for whatever reason I'm the subject matter the last couple of weeks, and in everyone's defense, I probably haven't. I've waited for this opportunity, I guess, to really have a real conversation with somebody about whatever it is I am. So people are just,
and that's why we are here. Thank you so much for the likes, guys.
Trying to find who's this Oliver Anthony guy, and what is he, and where does he work, and who did he vote for, and what's his family like, and yada, because they want to sort of build this image of whatever it is that the person behind the song represents, for better or for worse.
Right.
The people who agree with it want to. I don't know. It's really funny to watch on my end.
I think as I said earlier, that there are definitely some people who want to know that stuff so that they can decide whether or not they're going to like the song. And I trust that most of us here are critically and free thinking enough to say, I either like the song or I don't like the song, regardless of who he is. But again, because of the culture war, because of how important these types of things are, and who you ride for and who you stand for and whatever, because that's so important, then we want to know, like, okay, do we really want to be, maybe he's got some skeletons in his closet. Like Jay asked in the beginning, he mixed it up with somebody. What did he say? He's like, wait, is this the guy who's trying to convince Joe about letting your child transition? I was like, I sure hope not. I sure hope not. But that's exactly why we want to see this conversation, because if he is that guy, then yeah, I can still enjoy the song, but I'm certainly not going to be sharing it. I'm certainly not going to be talking about how great he is or anything. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed that clip, check out the full live stream link in the bio and catch me live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. See you there.